Hi everybody, I'm Becky Singleton and you're on Happy, Healthy, and Fit today. I want to talk about how we can be compatible with people that we are living with, dating, work situations. How does that work? And when is it not compatible to be around people? We're going to talk about that today here on Happy, Healthy, and Fit.
Can you show me the way? Can you show me the way? Can you show me, baby, can you show me the way? Show me the way. Can you show me the way? Can you show me, baby, can you show me the way?
Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Becky Singleton, and if this is your first time seeing me, I want to welcome you. And I like to ask if you could subscribe, like, and share the information. It's very helpful to the channel and also helps people get to know me. So I appreciate you. So thank you for doing that. We're going to talk about compatibility. Now, that's kind of an underrated adjective for me, but it's really important. I've been married several times, and what originally kind of locked me into those relationships were things that we liked. Either we had the same interests in foods, or we were both sports people, whatever that was at the time. But what I recognized over time was that there were more things that we weren't compatible with. We used to fuss and fight, and I hate to fight. I will shut it down so fast. And I'm not talking about working out a situation and closing that off. No, I'm talking about unnecessary fighting just for the purpose of fighting. I'm not doing that. And I noticed that the people I was with enjoyed it. I was like, oh no, there'll be none of that. And that made it really difficult because it was almost like they would start things just to have an argument or a fight or an excuse to not do something with me. I mean, that is crazy, but that's not compatible, right? And so, I've learned through those experiences, which helps me to really identify when I meet someone and I feel, wow, I'm really compatible with that person. And so I love that feeling because it's like harmony. It just flows. It's easy. There's laughter. There's joy in wanting to, engage with that person. You just know it deep down when you feel that compatibility and you're getting to know them. And I encourage you to take time to get to know people, to, make sure and reassure yourself that that's it. If the first few things you're doing is fussing and fighting, that's not compatible. And that's not okay. That's just showing me, if that was the case for me, that there are some underlying things that are happening that really have nothing to do with me. So I want to tell you a little story. It's football season, everybody, right? And I know because of COVID, we didn't have a season last year, and it was difficult for a lot of people who enjoy football. I grew up in a football house. My dad was a professional football player. He also coached collegiate football. I worked for the NFL. I'm just saying I have been around football quite a bit. So I enjoy watching football. I enjoy the things during the season that happen. So I married a gentleman who literally made me a football widow, and I had never encountered that before. And it caught me off guard, like the first couple of years we were married. Oh my God, he really is like Sunday, like from the moment it starts at noon throughout the night, done. Like I can't even speak to him. Monday night, I can't even speak to him. Thursday night, I can't even speak to him. So I just learned how to, give him a space and let him enjoy it. If there was a game or my team was playing, of course, I'd watch it. But I couldn't sit there for all those hours just to watch countless hours of football. That wasn't really a good use of my own time. But I honored that. I even so much, once I recognized that that was important to him, that I started kind of the Sunday, the first football day that was on a Sunday, I made him breakfast in bed and let him, made it real comfortable in our bedroom for him to enjoy the game. So he used to do what's called pick'ems. And it's kind of like, it's not fantasy football, but it's kind of like you pick the teams you think are going to win. And so he called himself Captain Crunch Time. And I was watching one day and I thought, you know what? Let me try to engage with him. At least we'd have something to talk about throughout the season. So I asked him, can I get in on the game? And he said, yeah. So he put my name in, and I called myself Mrs. Crunch Time. And so the first time when you start to pick, you have to figure out who might win, and you got to give them a range of points and all that type of thing. And so I said, well, let me just follow you for this one game so I know I'm doing it right, and then I'll know how to do my own. He said, no. I said, no, I'm not sure what I'm doing. And he said, well, if you want to play with the big league, you got to be a big girl. I was like, oh, okay. So I obviously, coming from my background, figured it out. Come to find out, about mid-season, I'm ranked 1 or 2 in the league in that little pick'ems group we were in. And he was like, what, are you just picking uniforms? How are you doing this? What's going on? I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Did you not want to work with me because now I know what I'm doing? I thought I use my intuition and I figure it out. Turned out the end of that season, I was number 1. I had never played before. I'd never done that before. But my original reasoning, intention, was to kind of stay close with him throughout the season so we had something to talk about outside the normal day-to-day, go to work, come home kind of thing. But it wasn't compatible. Like, he fought it. He didn't want to talk about it. He almost turned it into a competition, which wasn't fun for me anymore. And I realized that, you know what, even though it was fun that season, I didn't really want to do it again because I was really trying to engage us being together and having that thing together. So, you have to look at things about compatibility, because I worked so hard to try to kind of keep that going, and it really wasn't something. It actually turned into us having little quarrels over, those times when I would be winning or he wasn't really happy about that. Or, I'd ask him a question and he wouldn't answer it, like, oh yeah, no. You got to really find people that want to have fun with you. You want to have people in your life that honor you, like whatever it is you like to do, make sure that person honors that in you, because the worst thing to do is to do something and someone is not supporting you, not honoring you. Like I did with him with the breakfast in bed. I was really trying to make it something special, something he had never been married before. So, he had never had a wife or a girlfriend that ever did that. So I wanted to have that experience. And it's important for me when I'm in a relationship that person has a great experience with me. Now, whether it's compatible or not ultimately was the question. And we struggled, and there were lots of disagreements, and at the end, lots of fighting, which I told you I don't do. And I found myself removing myself from participating in those types of things. Arguments drain you, and you don't need to be drained. It should be a loving environment, a fun environment. You should look forward to doing things with each other and spending special time, and it shouldn't be a fight. So think about where you are in your relationships. Are you arguing a lot? Are you not compatible? You might want to think about that. Talk about it with your partner. If they're not willing to do that, you have choices. You have to make a change in your life. I know that I did, and I'm not choosing to be with anybody that's not compatible with me. I'm a fun person. I want someone fun who doesn't bring drama, who doesn't bring a viciousness about wanting to fight. That's not compatible. So think about where you are. Be fair to yourself, and go have some fun with the right person because it's compatible. So just hope that I could share these thoughts with you, and think about what's important for you. I want you to know I appreciate you. I'm Becky Singleton, and I'm just like you.
Can you show me the way? Can you show me the way? Can you show me, show me? Baby, can you show me the way? Can you show me the way?